Now I want to talk about Walden.
I'm the ghost of the courtroom. I arrive, I take out my machine, and I record every moment, every truth, every lie, every word.
Hey, Walden, you won't like today's case. Bad man.
9-year-old child choked to death.
A new movie just came out. It's about a stenographer. That's one of those guys that sits in the courtroom and types what everyone says. So they have a printed record of everything that everyone says in the courtroom. Anyway, so it's about, and he finds out he's got an illness, which is not much of the story. The story goes in a couple different directions, all right? If you're just here to find out what I thought about the movie and if I recommend it, it's just okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with just okay. I feel like they deserve a just okay, even though it's not really a good rating. Anyway, so I can't recommend it. I'm not gonna recommend it. It's not even I liked it, but it's just okay. All right. Started out okay. It started out strong and then went to pieces. Like in the middle of it, all the way to the end. All the way to the end, it went to pieces. If you want to know what this movie is, in reality, this movie is like a mixture of, it's got some like Dexter elements to it. He's a stenographer Dexter, sort of. One of the problems with this movie is it seemed like they didn't know which way they wanted to go, for real. Like that was one of the big problems with the movie. It was trying to go, it didn't feel like it knew which direction it wanted to go. It started off interestingly good. It started off kind of like, number one, I will say this, that in the beginning I thought it was going to be good because the characters that they cast this movie with were great. Like they all were odd but great to look at, if that makes any sense. The main character looks like some derivative of Jack Black. Like it was almost like they were being unapologetically cliche. Like in the beginning there was a bad guy, and I know meth heads that are the deepest end of their meth headiness, and they don't look as bad as the bad guy in the beginning of this. It's like they were leaning in to the stereotypes to such a degree that it was funny. It was somehow they were getting away with being super cliche and surprising at the same time. Like I think the greatest part of the movie, and this is, okay, we're probably gonna get into some spoilers here. Spoiler alert. When the bad guy at the very beginning rushes the judge, you're like, oh God, here's what do you call it? He's gonna rush. He runs up after the judge. Out of nowhere, the judge pulls a 357 it's like Dirty Harry times 3. And you just didn't expect it. And it was the unexpectedness of it that was great. And I was like, this movie might be pretty good because it's got like that was oddly unexpected, and like there were some other parts of it that were unexpected in the beginning, and they were like, and sometimes the angles that the guy was shooting at were great. I mean, like very interesting, the way like the camera angles that he would start some scenes with. And I thought that was great. That's why I was like, all right, man, we got like, this is gonna be good. But then in the middle of the movie, it just fell apart. He didn't like it. It was like it was gonna go in a way of a Dexter, and then he had like the side relationship, and then the side relationship was gonna go some way, but it didn't. Then they started this whole thing with his mom, like his mom being a loose woman that left his dad. That didn't go anywhere. And then there was parts of the movie they were trying to make you feel like seriously, like worried, I guess, about the main guy, but the way the way the movie began was like an unserious movie. Does that make sense? Like, what do you call it? It was like, there wasn't a seriousness to it to where you would like, later on, you'd be worried about a guy in the hospital, like how he was doing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. It was like, it went all over the place. And the two cops in the movie were the worst of the movie. It was like their acting was so bad you couldn't stand it. Like I thought about skipping their scenes. Their acting was so horrendous. Like it's not horrendous, and it wasn't horrendous like you thought. Like it was so bad. It was actually funny to watch. It wasn't there. It was like If you took the worst soap opera actors and like gave them some lines, that's what they were. It was just unbearable. If you want to know what it's about a stenographer, Dexter, with a brain tumor. I guess they mixed a little bit of Breaking Bad in there. Breaking Bad mixed with Dexter.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.